Chapter 9. Breaking the Spell. The next afternoon, Liza, Melody, Howie, and Eddie met under the oak tree on the school playground. Liza was still upset about what had happened in the back of Coach Graves' house. "I thought you were both goners," she told Eddie and Melody. Howie sat down on the ground. "I don't know what would have happened if Coach Graves had seen you in that hole." "But she didn't," Eddie pointed out. "Everything worked out just fine. I've got the team ball right here." "But it's not going to work out if we don't break the spell that old lady has over the coach," Melody told them. "Don't forget, our first game with the Sheldon Shooters is in 2 days. We need Coach Graves, or we're shooter soup." "What can we do?" Liza whimpered. "The Shooters are going to cream us." "We have to break the spell," Melody said firmly. "But how?" Howie asked. "Don't worry," Eddie said, heading over to the soccer field for practice. "I'm an expert at breaking things." The 4 kids ran over to the field. It was just like yesterday. Coach Graves sat on the bleachers, staring into space. "She looks like my mom after a hard day at work," Howie giggled. Liza sat on the ground and adjusted her shin guards. "Maybe she's sleepwalking," Liza suggested. "I'll change that," Eddie said. He ran up to the coach and jumped up and down. He made faces and stuck out his tongue. Melody shook her head. "It's going to take more than that to break a zombie spell." "Let me try," Howie said. He snapped his fingers in the coach's face. Coach Graves just stared. She didn't even blink. "I have an idea," Liza said, "but I don't think we should do it." "This is an emergency," Melody told her. "We have to try anything that might make her snap out of it." "Okay," Liza said. "We'll tickle her." "We can't just walk up to a zombie and tickle her," Melody said. "But tickling always wakes me up," Liza explained. Eddie nodded. "Liza's right. Whenever I tickle Grandma, she shoots right out of her bed. I've never seen an old lady move so fast. If anything can cure a sleeping zombie, tickling can." "No!" Melody screamed. "You might make her mad." But it was too late. Liza rushed over and tickled Coach Graves under her chin. Coach Graves stood up, slowly. "All right!" Eddie shouted. "You did it!" Coach Graves groaned, shook her head, then walked slowly off the soccer field with her arms stretched out in front of her. "I didn't do it," Liza said sadly. "That's okay," Howie said, patting her on the back. "It was a good idea." "I have another idea," Melody said. "And if it works, the only zombies around here will be the Sheldon Shooters after we beat them."